Hey, slash lady buckaroos, and how the heck are you? Hey, man, what's going on? So I took a brief hiatus to sit off the air for about 2.5 weeks to just kind of get some clarity, right? There's just a whole lot of nonsense going on these days, and need to take a pause for the cause. I'm not going to get into politics at all in this video. I'm not. It's just the fact that the world is just. I mean, we seem to be plunging towards the dark ages again with the party in control right now, denying science, uh, offering up magical solutions rather than actual solutions, and disguising it in the name of religion. It's just, I just can't believe what I'm witnessing, to be honest with you. And I feel like the majority of the country is that way, except, well, we're not the folks making the decisions right now. So, as I basically sit on the porch and watch Rome burn, I mean, this is what you. So, I was talking with somebody the other day, and I don't want to mention any names because they may not want to be mentioned, but we're talking about, we may not have a lot of power, but we each, with the skills we have a certain amount of power, and it becomes about how we want to wield that, right? What do we want to do with the influence that we have? So, do we want to protest? Do we want to stage rallies? What do we want to do? What would make the most impact right now? And the short answer is, well, I have no idea. I don't know. So I'm kind of sitting on that right now, figuring out with what I have to offer, what would make the biggest impact, or how could my influence make the biggest impact on making a change in the direction we're going at this particular moment in time. And for me, that's a question. But again, I'll say I don't have an answer to that. So I'm going to sit on that for a while and try to figure out how can I make the biggest impact. How can I how can I affect change? What influence, or how best to share what influence I have, maybe the wisdom I have, the life that I've lived over these, well, damn near 6 decades at this moment in time, as I push 60. Now, I remember thinking when I was a younger person, 60 seemed so old. Now that I'm almost 60, doesn't seem that old. But do I still connect with who I was at 20 is an interesting question. And the answer is a little complicated. The answer is both yes and no. So yeah, there's parts of me that does agree exactly with the person I was at 20, but most don't. Mostly because the person I was at 20 um, was well, he hadn't lived a lot yet. Now that I've lived all those years, I've seen things that that person hadn't seen. So obviously, a lot of those answers are different now. And the person I was at 20 doesn't exist anymore. That's when I talk to some relatives, we just don't have anything in common anymore because they want to talk to the person that I was. Well, I was going to say 40 years ago, but it might even be more than that. They want to talk to that person, or they want to refer to that person from 40 years ago when that person no longer exists. So that's why I've had to cut off contact with a lot of relatives because they don't reflect who I am now, and they don't seem to see who I am now because the only person they want to talk to is who I was 40 years ago. So, anyways, I'm going to put a hold on being philosophical for a half a second while I show you what I'm drinking now. This is the Four Peel Gin from Watershed Distilling out of Columbus, Ohio. This is their strawberry flavored Four Peel. So I'm going to read a little bit from here. Every year we aim to make the most of summer. Obviously, it's not summer. So I bought this in September, so we just passed that summer there. Anyway, this limited release made with fresh Ohio strawberries brings the essence of summer into each sip. I really enjoyed this, but I didn't finish it because I'm more of a whiskey drinker than a gin drinker. But I thought I'd delve into it this evening. I did make a strawberry simple, so I've got 2 ounces of the gin with 1 ounce of the strawberry simple. To make a strawberry martini, and damn, that is delicious. Yeah, if you want to add some vermouth to it, go ahead. I mean, I kept this simple. I mean, it's a martini in the loosest sense of the word. Because again, it's just the gin. So the gin makes it a martini. I did add the simple to it. But by golly, if that just doesn't scream summer, as I'm aching for summer, as it's cold out there here in the Ozarks. It's cold, man. It's cold. It's brutal right now, man. Oh. So I am going to share 2 watershed products with you. I'm going to start with this gin and martini for a second here. So I hadn't had it for a while. I was we were still warm when I brought it home, and I was drinking. I'm about now just shy of half, I guess. I drank some as we got home, but then we got into the winter months, and I kind of forgot about it. But we did have some frozen strawberries, so I thought I'd make a strawberry simple and kind of try to create summer, man, because I hate the winter, baby. I hate it. Oh, that is nice, though. It really is. So again, I don't want to delve into politics in this particular video because I've been trying to avoid that for a lot of reasons. But uh, just trying to understand how we became what we've became, because it seems like in some ways we've strayed from what we started or what the founders wanted to achieve. However, well, here's the however that's a little strange. The however is if you look at the founding fathers and some want to see them as infallible, the founding fathers were all rich white guys, and that was a society they created, and that was a lot about the Constitution. So when folks say they're constitutional purists, what are they actually trying to tell you? That they want that same society back. So when people say, "Well, let's take America back," my question is always back to what? Back to segregation. you know, Back to when women couldn't have a checking account. What back are we talking about? Back to separate drinking fountains? And the thing is, every time I ask those questions, there's never an answer. It's always they want to deflect to something else. But nobody ever answers those exact questions is what do you want to bring it back to? What is your goal? So, what is your perfect utopia? What society are you looking for? So, for me, if you ask me, is I wish every billionaire out there, instead of aspiring to be supervillains as they all seem to be, aspired to be superheroes. I mean, all it would take was one billionaire, one Zuckerberg, one Buffett, one Musk, one anybody, one only one billionaire, one Bezos, to go to Flint, Michigan, and fix the problem with the water. It would just take one person to go out there and say, I'm going to spend the money and I'm going to fix one problem. And that's the problem with our society as a whole, is nobody wants to fix one problem. They want to blame everybody for the problems. This is why there is a problem. It's because of you, and you have this problem, and we're not going to spend the money to fix it. But if we just had one aspiring Batman out there, right? One guy that wanted to make a difference, one guy with a whole lot of money to say, okay, I can do this and just fix that one problem. That's all I want to see. Fix the water in Flint, Michigan, or fix issues in this city, that city. I mean, there are cities across this country that each billionaire could just fix one problem. They could just say, okay, I'm going to tackle this. How about you tackle that, you tackle that, and you tackle that? And we could be living in a utopian society, but we don't do that. We want to take those that have hoarded wealth and decided not to do anything to help anybody, and we've decided to exalt them. Look at these people; they're amazing. Look at Elon Musk. Look at Warren Buffett. Look at Jeff Zuckerberg. Look at Jeff Bezos. Look at these guys. Aren't they wonderful? No, they're horrible human beings, or they would choose to make a difference. Not one of them has chosen to make a difference. All they've chosen to do is blame each other for other things that are wrong, when each of them has the ability and the power to make a difference. And some might say, well, Tom, aren't you responsible for this situation? Well, yes, I am. And I will take responsibility for that. But it doesn't change the fact that those people in power and wealth have the ability to make changes that they're refusing to do. So, no, I don't feel that anything that I'm saying right now at this moment in time is political, because it's not. It's about doing the right thing. I don't know why doing the right thing seems to be difficult for some. Ah, so my martini is gone. So I'm going to show you what I have next. What's up next, Tom? Anyway, another watershed product. I am the whiskey whisperer, so I wanted to have some whiskey with you. It is their uncut, unfiltered watershed distillery bourbon at 61.1 or 122.2. This is a limited release. This stuff is just beyond gorgeous. I gotta tell you. Creating whiskey means mastering the elements within your control. This rare bourbon spends over 4 years in our Ohio made char fired barrels until it is ready to be bottled without any water or filtration. This stuff is gorgeous. I got to tell you, I love these products. I hope to get back to Watershed because they are doing some amazing products. So, anyways, I digress. So, I've been drinking most of this product neat, but how I decided to drink this particular pour is straight up. And by that I mean it's not neat because I've chilled it, but it's not on the rocks because I'm leaving no ice in the glass. So I did chill it, give it a quick chill. I wanted it a little cold. Oh my god, this stuff is gorgeous. Yeah, because I did that, I did add just a little bit of water to it, so that tamed it a second. But man, it is so approachable at that proof. It is rather amazing. Oh mercy. So Super Bowl, we all got the Super Bowl tomorrow. We're down to the Eagles and the Chiefs. They faced off once before, and the Chiefs got a narrow victory. So I'm kind of curious how this one's going to go. I'm kind of bummed that Jason Kelsey is no longer part of the Eagles because that was an interesting dynamic. So, do I have a particular favorite? Well, honestly, no. But because I live where I live, yeah, I'll probably have I will probably favor the Chiefs. But there is that dynamic that the Chiefs have somehow been cheating, right? That the refs have somehow been on their side, and I remember a lot of that going on during the Patriots run, right? Their first couple Super Bowls, everybody's going, "Yeah, Patriots." And then after a couple three, everybody got weary of Tom Brady and the deflated balls and the various cheating that the Patriots were doing. So then we were, oh no, no. But it seems like that's kind of followed the Chiefs. But other than some folks not liking some of the refs' decisions, there's been no evidence of the Chiefs cheating in any way. Certainly not to the degree that it was proven with the Patriots, because it was proven that Brady was deflating his balls. Bottom line, do I care? Honestly, no, I don't. But if I'm with some friends rooting for the Chiefs, I will definitely be on that bandwagon for that moment in time. But the truth is, I don't really give a rat's ass who wins the game. It means nothing to me one way or the other. I don't take sports seriously anymore. There was a time and place that I did, but that person is no longer with us. That person that cared about sports has lived some life since then, has had a lot of things happen since then, and has realized in the grand scheme of things, nothing matters, man. No, sports doesn't matter. I mean, it's fun for this moment in time, but in the grand scheme, does anybody give a rat's ass who wins the Super Bowl this year? Who won it a decade ago? No, nobody gives a rat's ass. It just doesn't matter. And I want to go into the Bill Murray. It just doesn't matter for me, Paulus. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Because at the end of it all, we're all gonna be ground to dust, and nothing matters. So anyway, the rich are gonna continue to screw us until the day we die, and you've got you've got a certain segment of society that's gonna root for the rich as they get pounded into dust. So, anyways, I digress. But I digress, man. I want to show you this bottle one more time. Uncut, unfiltered is Watershed Distillery, straight bourbon whiskey. Yeah, straight bourbon whiskey, baby. It's the real deal. Yeah, I tell you, I want to show you this gin bottle one more time too, because this stuff is amazing. It is incredible gin. I want to do a little spit of a strawberry thing going on, but yeah, I mean, I've drank this stuff as is. It is absolutely wonderful. Every product I've bought from Watershed has been absolutely amazing. So there you go. There you go. There it is. I got nothing else. That's all I got, man. I'm gonna borrow a little from Elton John. The times are changing now. The poor get fat. But the fever's gonna get you when the bitch gets back. Oh, anyway, anyway, I digress. I am Tom, the whiskey whisperer, whiskey evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and all around good guy, Slancha. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it.